If all you're doing is watching my latest video uploads, you're missing hundreds of videos Green Bay Wacky has. I'm a live streamer, but I have comedy skits like Saturday Night Live. I've got over 30 music videos like Weird Al and Crazy Stuff, how-to videos on cars, boats, motorcycles, random videos. I've got how to do YouTube right, how to grow your channel, how to do computers, OBS. I've got it all. Playlist, playlist, playlist. Hello YouTube, it's Green Bay Wacky. I just made a video how to check your antifreeze. Guys and gals, there's a lot more information in there than just opening up a radiator cap. You'll enjoy it. And a couple quick things. Safety first. Don't ever check your antifreeze hot. Don't have your vehicle running, where you could put your hands in there, a scarf could fall in something, and you get sucked into the engine. You'll need those hands for making awesome YouTube videos. Now, that being said, safety, safety, safety. Now, if you're using a lot of antifreeze, half gallon at a time, you got a major coolant leak, going to Walmart and buying stop leak ain't gonna cut it, guys. I'm sorry. Don't waste your money. You got a major problem. You're gonna have to get it looked at or fix it yourself. Now, to the antifreeze. There's two ways you're gonna fill it. I'm gonna show you this. Radiator cap overflow. Overflows on cars have marks on them, cold and hot. Just what it sounds like. You check it cold, you check it hot. Now, I just told you don't check your car with the engine running, right? So you fall into it. There are times where you can have the hood open and be visually just looking when it's hot to check the check line, as long as you're staying away from all the moving parts. And one other thing, on the antifreeze, there's must add water, or it's already mixed and you just pour it in. I like the must add water, and I like to mix it myself with 2 jars and a flashlight. I like to do 60-40 stronger for Wisconsin winters, but if you don't like that and you're not adventurous, don't worry about it. But then it gets to, there's extended life deck school green stuff, and there's a brand that you might want to use that mixes with everything. Consult your owner's manual or check with a parts store guy or gal. Hopefully they've worked on cars and know something, can suggest the right antifreeze to you. And that being said, enjoy the video, be safe. Hey guys, today we are going to take a look at checking and filling your antifreeze on a bunch of different cars. One last quick thing, to open these, everyone's got a different hood latch. Not to be confused with the parking brake, okay? This is the Ford van, you see how it says hood, we got that there. The Chevy, you see how it's got brake release, that's not what we're looking for. Hood, down there, okay? Hood. Explorer. Hood. Parking brakes up there, we don't want that. Hood is what we want. Durango, it's over a little more, you see it's hidden there? Hood, not the parking brake release. Okay, people confuse that all the time. The Neon, it's right down there, you see? Okay. Okay, now we got a Chevy Silverado truck. This one also has a cap here. Now this one, the overflow is way back here. You always want to read them, because they'll say coolant. You never want to make the mistake. People make this mistake all the time of trying to fill the washer fluid. Never, never. Okay, now this one, same deal. You got to turn it. You kind of push it down with your palm. Take a look. Okay, that one I can see could maybe use a top off. Okay, this one I'm just going to top off. You can do it with a funnel, or you can do it old school like me. We're just going to fill it up to the top. There it is. That one was not low. Same deal. Put the cap back on. Always make sure you kind of gently push down with your palm. Not too much force, because these necks are plastic a lot of times. And then we would have the overflow back there, which I can see is fine. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next vehicle. That's on this Chevy. Now, let me take the phone off here so you can see the system again. Here's our radiator right here. And you can see I was talking about that heater core on this one. You'll see, if you look down there, you see those 2 hoses? They're going into the heater core. There's a little trick you can do when you have a leaking heater core. You can cut those hoses off and splice them. Put a hose with 2 clamps on it to bypass the heater core so you can get by without overheating your vehicle, but the drawback is you don't have any heat. Okay, hold on. This one, Ford van. Okay. Now, this one has a radiator here, and we have an overflow over here. Okay? So when it comes to checking your antifreeze, generally with these, you generally gently turn them, but then they have to be pushed down, usually with your palm, to get the rest of the way. Now we're going to look in there. Oh, it's full. Okay. The only other thing we'd want is that overflow filled to the line. There's a line on the overflow tank. That's the Ford van here. Now, when you put these back on, you never want to do this hot, by the way. Never hot, always cold. Because this antifreeze can blow out into your face. Okay? But let me just give you a quick overview of how it works, what you're looking at. This is the radiator that holds that antifreeze. I got some here in case we got to top it off. This is a must-add water. I've already mixed it myself, half and half. But generally you have the radiator and then you have the tube here. The tube ends up over to the overflow. The idea is if the radiator starts losing some antifreeze, this overflow will go into it. Now what you also have on these vehicles, it's inside the car though. It's the heater core that you get your heat from. And now we've got a Ford Explorer. Now this one's a little different. You notice on the radiator here, there's no cap. The Ford Explorer forces you basically to fill it over at the overflow. Again, do not mix it up with the washer fluid. Always read the cap, okay? So now in this one, all these overflows have markings. You see that when it's cold? Again, don't do this ever hot, okay? This one might need a little bit. Oh yeah, it's down a little bit, so I'm gonna top that off. Hold on. You can use a funnel if you want to be neat. I'm just doing it old school for this video. All right, that one's full. Close that one. Hey, then we got a Dodge Durango. That one's got the normal thing here. You might be thinking, oh no, but see, that's washer fluid. That's not the overflow. Where is the overflow on this thing? Well, some of them have it here. You see this right here. Caution, engine coolant only. Okay, so now that one, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take a quick look, same thing with your palm, just kind of gently. Remember, those are plastic most of the time. That one is full. It is a little dirty, probably need a flush, but aside from that, it's full. And this one I actually know is full because I just filled it the other day. Needed a top off was all. Put that back on there, see that just pops on there. Okay, that's the Durango setup. Okay, now we got a Dodge Neon. This one, same deal like the other Ford Explorer. There's no radiator cap. You see that? There's no way to put antifreeze in. This one, you wouldn't fill here, and here's why. If you do, I'm showing you this because it's a different setup. It's a front-wheel drive car. All the other ones we looked at were rear-wheel drives. This one, because it's mounted here right by the engine, you have to leave the cap off when you fill it to get the air bubbles out because there's a difference in pressure. So here is the overflow back here on the Neon. And I noticed that that's empty. That one is full. That one took a little more. And by the way, you can see the running theme here again. There's always an upper radiator hose, a lower radiator hose, and then this one, you see these two hoses, they go into the heater core. All those heater cores are inside the car and they're very hard to actually replace. So I hope this helps you a little bit and just give you an explanation of how the car works as well.